What's for dinner?
Hey everyone, it's Lindy. I am doing tonight I'm calling it a creamy chicken pot pie soup, I guess we'll call it. Not really the pot pie, but it's a creamy chicken soup. I actually found this on Connect. I can't remember the connector's name, sorry. If you're watching, put your name below. I can't remember your name, sorry. I'll have to go back in my messages, but this is probably the best soup I've ever had. So it might turn into a long video because there are quite a few steps to this soup, but this is well worth making this soup. It's good for dinners, lunches, snacks, meal prep. It's great. This is a very point-friendly meal for anybody that's on Connect or on WW. It is 0 points, between 0 and 1 point depending on how much you get. The connector that actually did share this recipe, I believe hers worked out to be 1 to 2 points for 1.5 cups to 2 cups of the soup. I tried to portion it into 6 portions. If you can get more out of it, by all means, that's even better. It'll make your points even lower. So this is potentially a 0 point soup, but with me portioning this out to 6 portions, it is 1 point per serving. So I always say 6 servings, and I have had a lot of people ask me, what are your portion sizes? What I do is I take out the amount of servings that I want to get, so 6 Tupperware containers I will take out, and I will portion them evenly. So I don't have a rough estimate. I want to say 1.5 cups for each serving, but I don't have an exact measurement. When I do measure it out for this batch, I will take a measurement so that I can let you know later in the description. But as of right now, I'm saying 6 portions. So just portioning it out to how many portions you can get. And if you do get less or you do get more, just remember to put this in your recipe creator, and then you can get your own points based on how many servings you get out of this, or if you change up anything in the recipe. It's quite a versatile recipe, so you can change quite a few things up, but this is a good emptying out your fridge as well for any veggies that are coming up, anything that you want to clear out the fridge with. So without further ado, I have already cut up, prepped, cleaned, chopped all of my veggies. So I have, look at all of them. This is a good profile picture. Look at that. I have half large onion, white onion. I have 3 small potatoes that I've just peeled and cut up. I have 2 large carrots peeled and chopped, 2 stalks of celery that are just chopped up, and a whole head of cauliflower. So those are all my veggies. So I'm just gonna put them into our pot. And for the most part at the beginning, you're just going to be kind of leaving this to simmer. So it's kind of toss it in and leave it kind of meal. And you can add different veggies if you want. At first, when I first got this recipe, I didn't want to add the potatoes because I didn't want that starch and I didn't want to add those points. But because it's so small of an amount, they're just the baby potatoes and you're only using 3, and it's just to give it a little bit of the starch to make it more creamier afterwards, because we are going to blend this later on. So just pop all of your veggies into your pot, and you're going to add 2 cartons of chicken stock, which I have the no salt added Campbell's chicken stock. These are the 900 milliliter ones. I'm adding 2 of these. I know there are a lot that you can get that are the 600, I believe. Just 2 cartons, give or take. You want to add 2 cartons of these, and make sure it is the no salt added or the low sodium ones. Turn this so that you can see what I am doing here. So you're gonna add 2 cartons of this, of the stock, and then 1 cup of water you're also going to add. And again, make sure they are the low sodium or no salt added. I believe all the other ones are low sodium. It's only the Campbell's that I found that's no salt added. I might be wrong though. Okay, so 2 cartons. And 1 cup of water you're going to add. And then you're going to add 2 chicken bouillon cubes. I have the Knorr OXO, which these are actually the packs. And this is the 25% less salt. And I'm adding 2 of these packages. And again, this is a really good meal for meal prep. If you want it for quick lunches, it does freeze really well as well because you are blending it, so it does go creamy and a bit thicker, so it does freeze really well. You're just gonna mix this all up, and then so you can add whatever seasonings you kind of want, but the ones that I will be adding, so 2 or 3 bay leaves you can add into it. And then some pepper. And some onion powder. And again, all these spices don't have points, so however much seasoning you want to add. That was onion powder, and then some parsley flakes. And some garlic powder. Okay, you're just gonna give that a mix. And you're also adding to this, I have 2 chicken breasts, which I have cleaned, trimmed all the fat, and cut it up into just bite-sized pieces. You don't have to cut it up into bite-sized pieces if you don't want to. You are going to shred this afterwards anyways. You are going to shred this after anyways, so this, you don't necessarily have to cut it up in 2 small pieces, but I've just seasoned this. Actually, a tip from the WW Gaze is spray it with olive oil and then season, because then it will stick to your chicken quite a lot better. I do this for when I'm baking it. It will come off anyways because I'm putting it in here, but more seasoning, the more flavor anyways. So I've just seasoned my chicken with garlic powder and pepper. So that's 2 chicken breasts, and I've just cleaned it and cut it up into bite-sized pieces. And you are putting this into this still raw, because it will simmer with the soup as it cooks, and it will cook down. And then once it does actually cook down, you will take the chicken out because you will be shredding it later on. So that is all that we put into the pot for now. I'm just gonna put this on the stove and let it simmer. Cook it until the chicken is cooked, and then take that chicken out. And then you're just going to continue to cook it until the veggies are softened. So I am going to put this on the oven and let it simmer. I'm just going to let it cook while I'm working. So I will be back once the chicken is cooked and all the veggies are softened. So we will see you soon. We're back. So the soup has actually been simmering for about an hour now. So I have taken out the chicken and I have just shredded it, just roughly shredded. You could leave it into bigger pieces if you wanted to, or you could shred it even more than what I did. I just roughly shredded it with 2 forks. I have seen someone actually do it before with your hand mixer. I tried it once and it does kind of make a mess, but it is very fast. It will shred your chicken in like 2 seconds. So if you do use that method, then good for you, but I'm afraid of the mess. So the vegetables have been simmering again for an hour, so they are ready that we can now probably blend them. So I've just taken out the chicken, shredded it. I have it here separate in a bowl, and now what I'm just going to do is add the soup to the blender. Just portions at a time, so you will need another bowl or another pot to put it in as you're mixing it, because you won't be able to fit the entire stock of the soup in the one blender. So that is the next part. So, and I have taken out the bay leaves as well, so just make sure you take out your bay leaves and your chicken and shred it. I will actually show you guys. So that's the soup after it's been simmering for about an hour. So we're just gonna blend it. And you can blend all of it if you want. Blending it is what makes it creamier. If you wanted some whole pieces of, say, the carrots, or even some of the cauliflower, you don't have to blend the entire thing. It's up to you what kind of texture you want of it. If you only wanted to blend, say, 1 blender full of it, you could do that as well, just to kind of give it a bit more, still a creamier texture, but not the full batch. So I'm just gonna blend this quickly. So it blends really quick, and let me just get a big bowl. My Blockbuster bowl. Who else has one of these still? I'll show you this. So that's just blended up, and again, that's just probably about 1/4 of it. And you're just gonna continue to blend it until all of it's done, or like I said, if you don't want all of it done, then only blend up half or 1/4 of it, whatnot. It's totally up to you how you want the texture. You can play around with this as much as you want. So I'm gonna continue blending it all, and then I'll be back to show you how we finish it off. All right, so I have blended all of the soup. So I did blend all of mine. The last time I did leave some of the cauliflower and carrots, but I did blend all of it this time. So now I'll show you what it looks like blended. Hopefully you can see it. So it's just like a creamy soup. And what you're going to do now is put the chicken all back in. Again, if you wanted to leave this in bigger pieces, you can, or even if you wanted to shred it a little bit more than I did. Mix all of the chicken in. And you're going to add a can of corn, whole kernel corn, and a can of green beans. If you don't like green beans, you could just add the corn, or you could add peas, whatever you'd prefer. I do like the green beans just because it gives it a bit of a different texture, so just make sure you drain them. So 1 can of corn and 1 can of green beans I'm adding to this. And then just a bit more pepper. And that is that. I think I could get a lot more than 6 servings out of this. So say 1.5 to 2 cups per serving. And if you're getting more than 6 servings out of this, it's a 0-point meal. If you wanted to maybe pair it with, say, a 2-ingredient dough dinner roll or a cheese biscuit, that is a good option to go along with this. Maybe I will make those later on tonight to go with this. But yeah, it's a very point-friendly meal, and it's great for days, especially like what we're having today, where it is rainy and snowy and you just want comfort food. And there we go. So say roughly 2 cups per serving, and I'm gonna say that we will probably get maybe even, say 8, maybe even 10 portions out of this. So it's a 0-point to 1-point meal if you're having the soup. So a very good option for point-friendly meals or even lunches. This is a good make-ahead meal for meal prep. You can divide it up into your portions and then have it either freeze it or refrigerate it for the week. So there we go. Let me know if you've tried this. If you are the connector that did share this recipe with me, thank you. I can't find our post again where you posted it, but I was trying to look for your name. But yeah, and it is quite easy to make. I mean, there are a couple steps to this, but for the most part, especially that you're cooking the raw chicken in it, because then it eliminates, it's a 1-pot meal. So it is, I find it a pretty easy meal to make. And again, pair it with a tea biscuit or a 2-ingredient dough bagel even, because it is such low in points for this. If you did like this recipe, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. And if you do want to be alerted of any new videos that I post, just hit the bell button and you will be alerted when I do post new recipes or even any kind of videos. If you did want to follow me on Connect, my handle is at the bottom of the screen, but it's Stitchin' Lindy. That is on for WW members on Connect. Oh, I wanted to let you guys know about a new channel, well, new to me because I just found them on YouTube. It's actually 2 twin sisters, and their channel is called The Skinny on Weight Loss, and it's 2 twin sisters. I actually have started at the very beginning, so I believe it's 3 years ago was when their videos were starting to be posted, and they have posted throughout their journeys for the last 3 years. And you can see the considerable amount of weight loss throughout their journey, which I really like, because that is my whole plan of this channel, is to be able to look back and see where I've come from. So this channel, the reason I started this was to hold me accountable, because I am putting myself out there to the public, putting myself out there to you guys. You are seeing what I'm doing, so I am held accountable and having to kind of put myself out there. So I am out of my comfort zone doing these videos, but it is holding me accountable. I am wanting to try new recipes, get any more tips. I did finish my book today, so that was another thing for my Me Mondays series that I had started. So I'm on a new book this week. But yeah, the new channel that I did find was The Skinny on Weight Loss. And it's 2 twin sisters, so check out their YouTube channel if you haven't already. If you ladies are watching my channel, I'm loving your videos, and I am starting from the beginning, so I am seeing your journey from the start. I haven't found you on Connect yet, but I will be on the hunt. But yeah, their videos are very informative. They share a lot of tips. Actually, I think it's their second video they posted where they're sharing that they got the Yo Nanas machine. So that is on my next buy list. So then we can have 0-point ice cream. So hopefully I will get that in the near future, and then I can kind of do a video on that. So something to help with sweets, because my sister has been asking for tips for helping with sweets. If you guys do have any suggestions for recipes, comfort food, any snacking, what book are you reading right now? What other YouTube channels are you following? Put a comment in below, and I will always respond to you. So thank you for watching, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you.